Hey guys, in this video we're going to go over the Opportunities tab and each section within the Opportunities. Okay, so essentially what an opportunity is a Kanban view of your sales pipeline. Okay, so first you have your sales pipeline. Okay, so you can see each pipeline right here, and then you have the stages within each of those pipelines. Okay, so in order to create a pipeline, you can go to settings, go to pipelines, and then you see that we have each of those right here, and then within that you have the stages. Okay, so if you wanted to add a new stage, you can add it here. Okay, so if you want a walkthrough of how to set up a pipeline, you can watch the video on pipeline setup. Okay, so next we'll go back to the Opportunities tab, and you see we have these opportunity cards. Okay, so each one of these is going to be your customer, and this will be at each stage that they're at. Okay, so you can move your customers throughout the pipelines, and then you can also mark them as lost, abandoned, or won. Okay, so lost meaning they ghosted you, or you're no longer talking to them, or they said no. Won meaning that you closed the deal. Okay, and then abandoned also maybe they ghosted you. So next you have the filters. So you can filter it by date up here, or by the different time frames. Okay, and then you can filter it by the pipeline. So you have your leads pipeline that you saw. Okay, and then you have the appointments pipeline, and then you can filter it down by the owner. Okay, so just different users. Then you can filter it by the campaigns. Don't worry if you don't know what a campaign is yet. You can watch the video on campaigns. Okay, and then lastly you have it filtered by the open, won, lost, or abandoned. Okay, so let's go into how to create a new opportunity. So if you go into here, click the green button, click new. You're going to have your contact name. So let's just do Sally, right? So you'll see that your contacts popped up. So we'll do Sally Henderson. Email got pre-filled. If she had a phone number associated with it, it would be filled in right here, or you can fill it in. Tags, if you want to segment your customer by a tag, you can add one here. Okay. And then the company name. So if she had a company associated with her, it would have been pre-filled right here. Okay, or you can always add it. So the opportunity name is always going to default to the customer's name. If you wanted to change it, you can change it here. And then we can do the starting point. So do we want to have them in the leads pipeline or the appointments pipeline? And what stage do we want to start them at? Okay. And then of course you can do the status and then the lead value. So in the dashboard, if we added this lead value, it would correlate within the dashboard. So if we did 500, that'll correlate into the dashboard. If you haven't seen the overview of the dashboard, you can get a better understanding of how the lead value translates to the dashboard within that video. Okay, and lastly you can sign an owner. So do you want to do Sam Sample or Sally Sales? And then of course you can do the source. So if you're manually inputting it, maybe you got the contact from Facebook, or maybe you got them from a friend, a referral, you can add the source right here, so that way it gets tracked. So you can fill in as much or as little as you'd like. Not all these fields are actually required. Okay, and then lastly, if you wanted to add an appointment, you can do so right here. You can add a task for that particular contact, and you can even add notes. So you can do that all from right here. But once it's all complete, you can hit add, and we'll see our new contact card added to our appointments. So here you can see Sally Henderson is right here. If we wanted to, we can add a task, and if we had started a conversation, we can click right here and see the conversation that was going on. Okay, and then so one other thing that you can do is you can customize the information that shows up on the card. So if you click this box right here, you can see that you can add the tasks, You can add the calendar events. You can add notes. So anything that might be showing up within this contact, you can click it so that way it'll show up on all of the cards. Okay. So there's a couple different things that we can do. One, we can move the contacts manually through each stage, okay? Or we can automate some of these processes, okay? So in order to automate this process, we want to go to triggers, okay? And we're going to do a very in-depth training on triggers, but I just want to show you a super easy and simple method to automate some of your business. Okay, so if we add a new trigger, we'll go ahead and just name this pipeline. Okay, we'll go ahead and save it. You see here are the actions, and again, don't worry if you don't know what a trigger is right now. You can watch the video on triggers, okay? But essentially what we're doing right here is creating a new automation, okay? So we want to go down to the event, pipeline stage changed, okay? And you can see here we can filter it down to the pipeline. So if they're in the appointments, we can even filter it down to the stage, okay? So now when a customer hits this pipeline and is at this stage, we can choose something to happen, okay? So we can choose to move it to another stage, okay? So we can pick it and we can move it to another stage. Let's say we want to do appointment confirmed. We can also add a task, so maybe you have something to do. We can also add all these different actions with just that one simple movement of the card. So let's just say that we wanted to send them an email, we can say, hey, sorry that you missed your appointment, please reschedule, and we can send them a link to our calendar, right? So you can see how this can be super powerful within your business. So that's what I have for this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next training. Take care.